Hi there, it's Wednesday, it's day 3 of week 16 of 52 weeks of vlogging, and I was going to do a tour of my bookshelf today because why not? But then I realized that I have a bookshelf in pretty much every room of the house, and you've actually seen a lot of my bookshelves because I've been vlogging in different places, so that would take a lot of time. Also, it's the middle of the night, and that's not a great time for filming in some of the rooms, so I thought I'd be better off saving that one for a day when I can film during the daytime and show you all of the books. Also, a lot of my bookshelves have books missing right now because one of the kidlets is making a Rube Goldberg machine. The perils of homeschooling. So I'm going to show you my mugs instead because why not? I'm going to start with my favorite mug, which is this New Yorker mug. I've had this mug for forever, like literally. I think I got this mug when I was 16 or 17 years old when I was in university, and so that would mean I've had this for a long time. Wow, a really long time. Like 18 years kind of thing. The thing about this mug is that when I got it, I felt like it really embodied something that I was about and something that I felt I stood for. It's two dogs and one of them is complaining to the other one and he's saying, "It's always sit, stay, heal, never think, innovate, be yourself." And I kind of still feel that way. I still feel like the world keeps trying to put us in boxes and get us to toe the line and follow this plan of go to school, get a job, work 9 to 5, have a mortgage, have 2.5 kids, get a white picket fence around your house, buy a dog. And I think that's stifling. I think that the whole school program in a lot of ways can be stifling. It stifles creativity. It tells kids to be quiet and not ask questions and just be obedient because for God's sake there are 34 of you and what the hell? And that is changing, but I wish it would change faster. So yeah, this, of all my mugs, this is my favorite mug. Next is my Winnie the Pooh mug, which looks like this. And I love this mug because it was given to me by a little boy that I used to work with. I spent 4 years, okay, not quite 4 years, but almost 4 years, working with autistic kids. The boy I worked with the longest of all the kids I worked with gave me this mug as a goodbye present. So I love this mug. This is another cool mug that I like a lot. It's one of those mugs that looks like a paper cup, but it is not a paper cup. It's actually ceramic. It's got this thing on the bottom, you know, you peel that off and it's like hollow inside, so it's actually kind of like a thermos almost. But the not cool thing about this mug is that it actually only holds a small size cup of coffee. And when is small a big enough size for an amount of coffee? Never, never, ever. Small is never enough coffee unless you are highly sensitive to caffeine, in which case small might be just the right amount of coffee for you or even a little bit too much. But am I that sensitive to caffeine? No. So yeah. Speaking of coffee, another one of my coffee mugs is this one, which says 100% pure Christmas coffee. Can you read that? Now you can read it. And it was hand painted by a lady who was at a craft fair in my city, and I like that because I like supporting local crafts people. I just really like it, except the paint's flaking off. Sad flaky paint. I hate that if you want to keep the things you like the most, it means you have to actually use them less because they will wear out. Like, that is just, what is that? This is a mug that I got for myself because yes and yes. It's kind of one of those prerequisite things. Like, I come with clutter. I don't come with like hoarder level clutter, but I definitely come with clutter. I have book clutter and I have a little bit of clothes clutter. Definitely lots of craft and microscopy bits and science activity book type clutter. That's how I roll, baby. The Hubbles actually found this mug, and then I was like, oh yeah, that's totally true. I should totally get that. And he was like, what? You're really gonna get that mug? And I was like, yeah, because it's me. I am a terrible wife. This mug is full of nasty old dandelions because the kidlets homeschool and they're doing another project wherein we learn what happens when we pick nice yellow dandelions and stick them in water and leave them alone for a few days. Spoiler. It's nasty. But I love the mug, even though it's turning gross because it's been old and used and scratched and scrubbed, but it's got a picture of the kidlet on it. And he's looking at that little Winnie the Pooh toy with all the love in his little 3-month-old eyes because he loved that Winnie the Pooh toy so much and he was just so adorable. He was just my little smoochy poochie. He loved that Winnie the Pooh toy more than he loved me. And we have more gross dandelions in this mug, which has a symbol on it, which I'm assuming means fortune because that's the word beneath the symbol, but I can't read that symbol. I have no idea. For all I know, that symbol says, "Kiss my butt, you arrogant rich fool, I just ripped you off." but fortune! I actually really like this mug partly because it was a birthday gift a couple years ago, but also because it came with a lid, which means I can steep tea in it. And while we're on the subject of tea, this is a tea mug. This is a coffee mug. Chunky, straight sides, short, wide coffee. Tall, slender, curvy sides, attractive handle, tea. Coffee, tea. These things are important. Last nasty mug, and also my last mug, it's a Cornbank St. James School mug. This came from the same period of time when I was working with autistic kids, and that little boy who gave me the Winnie the Pooh mug went to school eventually, and I went with him to school as his aide, and the school gave me this mug as a going away present, and I thought that was pretty awesome. It means something to me. Actually, all my mugs mean something to me, and they all say something about me. I don't know if it's the same for you guys, but for me, my mugs are like statements of who I am and what I'm about. That's how I communicate with the world. I communicate through my mugs and on YouTube. Mugs and YouTube. My two main forms of communication. And that's it! Those are my mugs! Thanks for watching. I hope you like my videos. If you like them and want to see more, you can subscribe at youtube.com/user/ishtavlogs. You can also find me on Facebook and Twitter and on Google Plus and on my blog and on all kinds of places. The links are all in the description. Thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.